Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Hornets' Nest for tonight's contest between your Westfield Hornets and the Cougars of Piedmont Academy. I am Brant Daughtry, being joined by Brett Taylor, with Peyton Josie running the camera today. And Brett, looks like it's going to be a wet one.
Yeah, I mean, you see it. I'm sure a lot of folks around the mid-state are feeling it as well at home. And, you know, it's just one of those nights, like you mentioned just before we came on air, about playing football in the rain and, how it can be very fun, probably very frustrating for the skill position. Ball security is going to be at a premium here tonight, and it should, be fun to figure out who has the advantages in the rain and the weather. I know Piedmont, it looked like during their warm-up, likes to be in the spread, so do they throw the ball out? Will that affect the passing game for them? Will they have to keep it more on the ground than what they're accustomed to? So kind of a chess match here for the coaches to try to figure out how to navigate around the weather.
Yeah, and for context, it's not quite a torrential downpour, but it is steady.
Right.
It is coming. It's not big old fat rain, as Forrest Gump would say, but it's
right.
It is steady. It is constant, and it's enough to make you mad.
Right. It's the type of rain that over time, if it continues to do this, it's just going to be, the field's just going to be a mess.
By the end of this game, the field's going to be flooded, but
right.
Luckily it does drain very well here.
Absolutely. Coach Champion, Coach Champion took offense to that comment. We will have to.
I did talk about how well it drains.
Yeah, I mean, it has held up, we'll have to say. There has been a game, as he mentioned. I don't know if you could hear that in the background. There's been a game every day of the week this week, and it still looks immaculate. So bravo to the field crew, who happens to be Coach Champion and Coach Camp. I see them pretty much every time we come out here on some kind of mower. So, but anyways, we'll go ahead, Brant, and get into the Synovus starting lineups right here, as we'll take a look at the Westfield starting lineup on offense. At quarterback will be number 9, Gavin Vining. At running backs will be number 24, Porter Falk. Number 1, Walker Young. At split end, number 11, Ricky Black. Tight end will be, that is not number 9, Gavin Vining. That got in there accidentally. At tight end should have been number 16, Bryant Greer. At the offensive line will be number 50, Seth Andrews. Number 58, Andrew Fowler. Number 62, Cole Miller. Number 55, Luke White. And number 72, Tanner Roberson. So those are the starters offensively for Westfield. For the defensive Hornets, they look like this. 4 defensive backs will be number 1, Walker Young. Number 3, Noah Blackman. Number 2, Brady McDaniel. Number 26, Bishop Smallwood. At linebackers will be number 5, Ryan Powers. Number 8, Coleman Williams. And number 30, Brady Greer. And the defensive line will be number 62, Cole Miller. Number 21, J.B. Bearden. Number 50, Seth Andrews. And number 78, Cal Langston. So those are the starters here. We are in the ABE group pregame show, and we've got the captains down on the field here tonight. Looks like we've got for Westfield. Go ahead, Brant.
We got number 12 for the Hornets, number 12, Rhodes Ham. Number 78, Cal Langston. And number 50, Seth Andrews are your 3 captains for the Hornets. And I believe they only have 1 captain on the side of Piedmont, and that looks to be like number 1, Jackson Welch.
So we'd also like to, as they're doing the coin toss, thank our other sponsors, Synovus Securities, Houston Healthcare, the Westfield School, Westfield Booster Club, Sonic, and the Swanson Restaurant. So we're just about set here. Just a few minutes until we get things started with our Swanson Restaurant kickoff. We'll wait and see who wins the toss and who's going to get the football first.
Yeah, and, just some more talking points. We watched Piedmont warm up. They don't have a very big roster, about 30 kids or so, but they've got some really good size on that team that is probably going to give Westfield some issues tonight.
Right, and like we said, I think it all goes back to the weather and how does the weather neutralize any of what Piedmont wants to do offensively. I know we saw them running out of the gun a lot in the pregame. Are they going to do that? Are they going to – it shouldn't be an issue with the snap, Brant. I mean, you were a center,
Yeah.
As far as a shotgun snap. Now, it may be on the quarterback's end trying to catch it, but I think handoffs and throwing the football would be what you're really, those mesh points, especially if you're going to run the jet sweeps. I saw them running a lot of that in pregame, and the mesh point there, and whether or not that gives you fits. Westfield obviously could have ball control issues as well in the wing T offense, a little bit different of a look from them, but looks like Piedmont's going to receive.
Yep, they will get the ball to start the game, and captains will shake hands at midfield, and then they will join their teams behind the curtains.
Right, so we'll stay here. We won't go to a break, and we'll get ready here as Westfield about to break the banner and come out, and we'll go right into our Swanson Restaurant kickoff here to start the game. Westfield will be kicking off to Piedmont. It looks like Westfield should be kicking from left to right on your screen here, and that means Piedmont will be driving towards the south end zone. So,
yep. Both squads undefeated. Piedmont sitting at 4-0 right now and have pretty much dominated everyone they've played. I checked their scores earlier, and they have not really played a close game yet. Westfield 2-0, also undefeated. Their games have been a lot closer. So we'll see how these two teams stack up here in just a few minutes.
Well, I almost feel like for Westfield, yeah, they've been closer, but I don't feel like from a production standpoint on the field that they've been close. The score has been close, I think, probably because
a lot of it has been Westfield turning the ball over, shooting themselves,
right,
shooting
and
themselves
penalties. Yeah, hopefully they can get that under control.
Yeah, gonna have to tonight against a pretty good Piedmont team.
Right. So it will be interesting, to say the least, to see how these two teams fare in the weather, and two teams that should be pretty good.
Westfield has run out of the tunnel. Piedmont, here they come. Very small crowds tonight, as you can imagine, with the weather.
Right. Unfortunately, that is a byproduct of poor weather in the area. Of course, I think this was always going to be the case at some point during this weekend with the tropical storm or whatever it is now over coming up the west side of the Gulf.
Getting set for our Swanson House kickoff here. Sam Johnson will handle the kicking duties, as he has done in every game so far this year. Westfield has had a little bit of trouble with their kickoff game. A couple of them have gone out of bounds. Johnson, not the farthest kicking leg.
Right, doesn't have a huge leg. Normally places it pretty well, but you're right.
I think the ideal, they usually try that little pooch kick, and I think the ideal thing there is land it right on the 25, make two people communicate to get it.
Right. And give yourself time to get down there and make the tackle. Man,
right.
I'll tell you what, Bradley Greenwood, the senior for Piedmont, he is a tall kid, I should say.
Yeah, like I said, they've got some really decent size on this Piedmont roster. I was, again, checking their rosters earlier. They've got a couple of kids that they listed about 6'3", 6'2". It's big kids. That one a little bit deeper than typical, and Piedmont's going to field it right at the 15-yard line. There he's going to get outside, and now it's a foot race here early. Westfield chasing him down that far sideline. He cuts back inside and finally dragged down right at the 25-yard line. That's not what you want.
Yeah, great field position now after the big kickoff return for Piedmont, and Westfield's defense is going to have to come out and figure out a way to defend here quickly.
I think that was number 14, Tanner Locklear, the senior, on the return for the Cougars.
Yeah, that was a great return. He just kind of found the sideline and nobody there to make a tackle for Westfield.
Yep, and Westfield, they tried to kick it deeper than they usually do, but got no air under it, and so the coverage team didn't have time to get down there. It's now number 11, Chris Pittman, will line up at quarterback in the spread, and let's see what they want to do. Sends a man in motion. Fumble the snap. We have a flag, and he's just going to pick up the snap and run with it. He's going to be dragged down a couple of yards back, but we have a flag on the play.
Yeah, this is going to be a legal formation. They had too many men in the backfield.
So let's see what Westfield wants to do. It'll be either 2nd and 13 or 1st and 15.
Definitely going to decline this if I'm Westfield.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Yep, illegal formation. Yeah, I'm definitely, after the negative play, bad snap, I'm declining that.
Yeah, it's...
Whoa.
Well, now they're moving it back to the line of scrimmage. He got tackled for a loss on that play.
Yeah, they declined it.
Yeah, it should be 2nd and 13 or so. Yeah, where's our official stat people up here are saying it's 2nd down and 13.
Right, there you go. You got it, big boy.
Yep. But there it is early. You see the weather taking effect.
Right.
Quarterback had trouble getting the snap down, and that led to a negative play.
It almost seems like he took his eyes off the ball, too.
Sweep on the outside, plugged up pretty well there by the Hornets. Tackled at the 22.
Coleman right there. Coleman Williams with a great tackle.
Yep. Gavin Mask on the carry on the speed sweep. Looked like it might have been a read option there. Maybe quarterback keeps it on the power.
Good job of the Westfield Hornets playing defense from inside out. And Coleman Williams comes over from his linebacker position and cleans things up there. A gain of about 2, I think.
Scrambling out. Tackled as he throws and too far. Great pass pursuit there by the Hornets.
Yeah.
And that'll make it 4th and 10. So after a big kickoff return, Westfield's defense stands tall and forces a 3 and out. Well, maybe not. This is kind of that weird spot on the field where you don't want to punt it.
Right.
That was probably not going to get much out of it.
That was Brady Greer, the linebacker, who tracked him down from behind. You may see a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of leg this Piedmont kicker has, but maybe he'll impress us.
Yeah, I mean, I just see 4 coming in, 4 going out. Just figure there might be, looks like that's what's going to be.
Field goal kicker is number 10, Landon Connor.
So it's 4th down and 11, and Westfield has forced a field goal attempt here from Piedmont.
It's going to be a 39-yard attempt, I believe. Kick is on the way, plenty long enough, and no good.
Just to the left of that upright. So Westfield dodges a bullet, and they'll have 1st down and 10 on their own, what is that, 22-yard line?
Just about. Yeah, great job there by the Westfield defense, standing tall after what could have been a bad kickoff return and force a 3 and out and a missed field goal. Now your offense gets to take over.
Yeah, I tell you what, as far as the Coleman Williams and then Brady Greer coming up with huge plays right there for the Hornets.
Westfield going to come out in their standard wing tee.
We'll see how much the numbers play in wearing down one team over the other.
Walker Young in motion, and Cameron Kalmbach gets met in the hole. Fullback dive, picks up 4.
Yeah, Kalmbach kind of rolled over that defender.
Yeah, that was a collision, is what we call that.
That's a good job, though. I like Coach Fowler's approach there, establishing that interior run game, giving yourself an opportunity to really run whatever you want off of that. If you can get 3 and 4 yards off that fullback dive, that's dangerous.
Give to Falk around right end, and he gets tripped up. Maybe gain 2.
Yeah, he had an alley there, just kind of, I think, tripped over his own offensive lineman trying to get upfield and make some blocks, but picks up about 3. So Westfield will have 3rd down and 4, we'll call it, for a 1st down, which is right in the wheelhouse of the Hornets as far as picking up 1st downs. They're still on schedule, I would say.
Yeah, they're got ahead of the change, and they've stayed that way. And now let's see if they can pick up 4 on this one. Straight drop back for Vining. Quick pass out. And, yep.
He had Walker Young for a touchdown.
Well, I'm thinking the safety came up to play. That's number 5, Ryan Powers, on the reception. I think
he ran right by him.
Did he?
Yeah, it
was a pop pass.
But
it was
yeah,
very, very quick.
I think he was just looking to get the 1st down. But
good
pass right there. You won't complain about picking up the 1st down.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, you had Walker Young. That was probably going to be a touchdown. And that was a play right there. You weren't here when we called those games, but that makes me think of a guy named Cam Forrester who caught some big touchdown passes on a similar type play. Oh,
Fox sent in motion. It looks like we're going to have a false start.
I think that was 55 for Westfield, jumped out of his. Luke White going to get called for the false start.
And that's not what you need in this offense. Make it 1st and 15. Now you're behind the chains and going to have to do something pretty spectacular here.
Yeah, I think you got to run the football, though, here, because if you throw it on 1st down and don't complete it, now you're really in bad shape. If you pick up, say, 4 or 5 here, you're still in okay.
Yep. Vining keep.
Perfect.
Vining on the keep up the middle, and he's going to get back past the original line of scrimmage, going to make it 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Run the football, see if you can't pick up a decent gain, try to get back ahead of the chains. Now you can do whatever you want here.
Yep.
I feel
Number
like
56, Mark Hicks on the tackle for the Cougars.
Coach Fowler so far early in this game is pressing all the right buttons.
Second down and 8. Vining going to keep, and he's busting free. Got tackled by the last man, number 14. That's Tanner Locklear. Just barely caught up to him. If he gets past Locklear, Vining's got a clear path to the end zone.
Yeah, just a great job of reading it right there. Faked it inside in the belly of the fullback and just hit that hole on the outside, and the Hornets pick up a first down after starting out, first and 15 right there after the 5-yard penalty. So it only took him 2 plays to pick the first down up after the 5-yard penalty.
If you can break through the line and get into the secondary every play, you're doing pretty good. First and 10 from the 47. Vining going to keep again. He's going to run right behind Kalmbach. Still fighting for yards and finally going to be brought down past the 50 on, well, they're going to say mark him down right at the 45-yard line. It's going to be second down and 3.
That's a 56-yard line, isn't it?
Yeah, close enough.
No, I'm just kidding, man.
Essentially the 56
There's no
yard
56. Sorry, I snorted.
You just snorted. Ridiculous. Second down and 3. Westfield having success with this run game here early.
Right. I mean, they've really kind of gone against their tendencies and kept it in Vining's hand a lot more than they normally do. We hadn't seen Porter Falk a whole lot on this drive.
And he's going to play action, drop back to pop pass. Caught right at the 25-yard line and pushed out of bounds.
That's J.B. Bearden, number 21. Tell you what, the shoestring grab right there. He looked like Willie Mays Hayes out there.
Tell you what, Vining does not have the strongest arm, but he got it there.
Hey, he got just enough on it and right over that defender who was in the path of the pass. And
J.B. Bearden with a big catch.
Bearden able to catch that with his fingertips because he's kind of fallen away from where the football ended up.
Yep. That ball's thrown a little bit more on the line. He might have scored on that play. Walker Young in motion, handoff to Kalmbach. No, Vining kept it. And he's going to scramble down to the 15. Or just before it, say 17. It'll be second down and 2.
When you're picking up 8 yards in this wing T offense,
it's going to be a good day.
Yeah, it could be a long night for the Cougars of Piedmont Academy. Westfield right now looks like they are clicking on all cylinders offensively. Now, here's been the real test for Westfield. Can they finish off the drive?
Porter Falk gets the handoff around right end, breaks a tackle, makes a one-man miss, and now gets stacked up, but not before he picks up the first down. They're going to mark him down at the 11.
I don't know if he's running a little bit more cautious because of the weather. He doesn't seem as explosive tonight as he has in the last couple weeks, but that may be because he's anticipating some weather conditions, trying to keep from slipping.
You got to keep your feet underneath you a little bit more. And for what it's worth, the rain here has stopped. It's just residual at this point. Falk in motion, give to Kalmbach straight up the middle, pushing a pile. And they're going to mark him down. Where are they going to say he's down at? Right at the 7. So gain of 3. They're going to say it's goal to go here, but he's at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, so they dropped the chains. That's always an indicator, like you said. That means they cannot pick up a first down inside the 10-yard line.
Falk in motion, handoff on the sweep. He's turning the corner. Touchdown, Hornets.
I tell you what, great block right there by Walker Young. He just kicked out that defensive back, and Porter Falk puts the exclamation point on a great job for Westfield.
Yeah, that is exactly what you want for an opening drive. Your defense stands tall, forces a 3 and out, then you score on a long, sustained drive from the opposite 25. That is exactly what Westfield wanted. Got to make Coach Fitzpatrick happy. Westfield lines up in the swinging gate just to see if it'll work. Now they'll go to the regular PAT. Sam Johnson to attempt. Snap is low and away, but great job getting it back by Brody McDaniel. And Johnson knocks it through. 7-0 Hornets. We will take a quick break and come back with more. You're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer.
Welcome back here to the Hornets Nest, getting set for this kickoff here.
How about the
5:24.
cheerleaders?
Yeah, they did great, didn't they? Just sang the fight song without any backing track.
No music here tonight. Mr. Dale, we wish him all the best. Hopefully he gets feeling better. He normally brings, I think, his laptop to play the music over the loudspeaker. So
Sam Johnson's going to boot it deep again. Caught right at the 10. Westfield's got to get down there this time. And he's going to the far sideline again, and he tripped up at the 30.
Yeah, I was about to say deja vu.
Yeah, that was very, very close. But
it was starting to look like it, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So good job right there of the field making the tackle.
Turf Monster grabbed him.
Right, that line, I think about what?
Leading tackler of all time.
The 32-yard line helped out right there. I think it was a hash mark over there.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line for the Cougars, and they're going to look to answer here. Westfield, we were talking about it at the break, Brett. That is exactly the kind of drive you want out of this offense. Yeah,
I mean, very impressive. And the thing that I like for Westfield, they finally were able to finish off an opening drive with a touchdown. You know, they've struggled in the red zone at times, and they were able to overcome a penalty as well on that drive. So got to think that that's very positive for Coach Fowler and his offense. Got to think Coach Fitzpatrick is really liking that. Looks like we may have a flag here.
Yep, looks like that back judge was counting players. They may have too many players on Piedmont's side of the ball, or Westfield's.
We'll see.
It looks like Piedmont's going to walk back and Westfield's clapping. So either a legal formation. It was the back judge, so that made me think it was a numbers issue, because usually the back judge doesn't call illegal formation. They didn't mark anybody off, and they only have 11. Man in motion. Give on the sweep. Westfield stringing it out, and nowhere to go. Number 2, Brody McDaniel got there first.
I mean, that's perfect right there. Just a great job of reading and reacting, getting upfield, making the tackle. They kept outside leverage right there, forced it back to the inside, and just gang tackling from the Hornet defense. So great job right there defensively from the Westfield Hornets. You got to think Coach Kinsler really liking what the Hornets are bringing to the table here defensively. They were able to stop after a big return down here on this end in the red zone, really forced Piedmont to go backwards. Now they're doing the same thing on this drive.
Man in motion. Westfield defense going to kick, play action, drop him back. Oh, wide open right at the 40, and he's in a foot race. Westfield trying to close down. One missed tackle. Finally grabs a hold of him, slings him down right at the 15-yard line. That was number 40, I think, Jackson Bowen.
Yeah,
Bowen.
Just a great job across the middle, basically a tight end pop pass.
Yep.
And looks like they're going to go no huddle here.
Excuse me, that was number 7, Luke Welch. I don't know where I got 40 from. But yeah, great job of finding the open man by Chris Pittman, the quarterback. Now he's going to drive back again, going to try to throw that out route. It's well covered. Now he's going to scramble for it. He will be dragged out of bounds around the 10.
Good job of just had nothing really, was able to scramble, get away, but Westfield closed nicely. He picks up maybe 3 on the play. I think he's going to be down in, I think they're going to mark it at the 11. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 to go for the Cougars.
Pittman alone in his backfield. Now he's going to bring a man in. He's going to power up the middle on faking the sweep, and not much there. Looks like he may have gained 4. It'll be 3rd down. Ricky Black making the tackle.
So 3rd down and 5, we'll call it. 3rd down and 4.5, somewhere in there.
So we're going to have a timeout. Yep. Westfield going to take a timeout and talk this over defensively. We'll take a quick timeout with them and come back with this 3rd down play here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' nest. Westfield trying to defend a 3rd and 5 here. And throw to the back of the end zone. He was wide open, but he dropped it, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Pass intended for Bradley Greenwood.
Wow.
Man, it looked like he juggled that ball for forever. He just couldn't come up with it.
And now you're kind of in one of those situations, if you're Piedmont, do you go for it or try a field goal after you missed a field goal the last drive to open the game?
Yeah, they're bringing their offense back out, so they're looking to go for it here.
Which I don't blame them, because it's 4th down and less than 5 yards.
Slant route over the middle, caught short of the goal line, but it'll be a 1st down. No, did he drop it? Yes. The hit made him drop it. The hit jarred it loose. Great job there by the Hornet defense. He got hammered in the back by a Westfield defender, and apparently it made the ball jar loose.
It would be nice if you saw a signal from an official down on the
field
so we could tell what it was. That has crept into not only football, but also I see it a lot in baseball and softball too. It's like, we didn't make a signal? What's going on? How about yesterday? Did you see that where the official in the Braves game had to figure out if he called it a ball or a strike?
Yep. Handoff up the middle to Kalmbach. He breaks 1 tackle, steps out of it, and falls forward for a gain of 5.
I think Piedmont got the football.
Piedmont's saying they have it.
Yeah, they got it.
Pointing it. And yep.
Wow.
So 2 turnovers on consecutive plays, and Piedmont has the ball 1st and 10. We're going to say the 15.
Yeah, I don't know what's so hard about Westfield having 2 hands on the football. Instead, they're carrying the ball out away from their body.
Yeah, and Kalmbach, he broke a tackle, almost went down and would have been fine.
You're a fullback, man. You're not Eric Dickerson. You're not. You don't need to be holding it out like Barry Sanders. Got to tuck that ball away.
Yeah, I never played fullback, was never blessed with that opportunity, but I imagine you're supposed to keep 2 hands on it until you're home free. So 1st and 10 from about the 15-yard line. Free rusher, open man, caught it. He's going to be tackled after a gain of 8. That was an eventful 8-yard gain.
Yeah, the defender almost rolled and came up with it himself. 2nd down and 2 inside the 10-yard line. This will be Piedmont's 3rd trip inside the Westfield red zone.
So far, I've come away with no points. This Westfield defense having a lot asked of it. Brady Greer almost came up with a pick, ended up getting credited for the tackle. Westfield blitzed off the edge, and that man just slipped right behind. Pittman drops back, under pressure again. Oh, man. Wow. What a great play. Luke Welch just skied over the Westfield defender, made a catch, and then waltzed into the end zone. That was, I believe that's what the kids call getting mossed.
What the kids say.
That's what the kids say. What the kids say.
So 7-6 your score. Yep. Westfield still on top, but possibly not for long.
Yep. The turnover directly leads to 6.
Yeah, you can't give the ball to folks inside the 15-yard line like that.
Nope. Landon Connor on to attempt the PAT. Bad snap, and he's going to run with it. And he's not going to get no, he did get there.
Nah, his knee was down before he got in the end zone.
Well, they called it good.
Wow.
I thought he got in, and the ref said he did. So it's 8-7 Piedmont following a bad snap. Luke Welch again. So we'll call that the Luke Welch drive. We'll come back. Westfield will get the football back, hopefully. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. 8-7 Piedmont leads here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I use ice cream as kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy, spicy.
A little tang.
A crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just want dessert.
Give me some.
Very indulgent.
Now, this is delicious.
Shaky goodness.
And the nice crunch.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What about the tots? Tots are everything.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Westfield now trails 8-7 following a turnover inside the 15-yard line, but they're going to get the ball back, and they're going to have to respond, Brett.
Yeah, I think they will. I just think that, it's one of those things where you've got to keep two hands on the football. It was an 8-yard pickup, and like I said, you're a fullback, and that'll come with time. I mean, Kalmbach has been playing the position at the varsity level now for just a few weeks in game time.
Right. He's only a sophomore. He's a young kid.
So, I mean, just you're not looking to run the ball 80 yards down the field. You're a fullback in the wing T offense. Now, you may bust one, but like you said, if you get in the open, you can move it to one hand at that point. But right now, you're inside the box.
Yep. While you're in between those hashes, while you still have the front 7 around you, just keep 2 hands on it, kid.
Yep, I mean, that's just simple. That's just another learning curve for Westfield. But right now, Westfield's really, to me, dominating the line of scrimmage. So.
Yeah, they look really good. So little pooch kick here, and that's going to land. And Westfield will pick it up and end up going out of bounds.
Yeah, he should have let that go.
Yeah, he should have, but that was a tough angle. It was a hard one to read. So Westfield will have it 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
So the Hornets
respond here.
Right. I mean, just an opportunity right here to go right back down the field and have a time-consuming drive. Keep the football in your hands. Give your defense a chance to rest a little bit after being on the field for a little bit.
Yep, and Kalmbach back out there at that fullback spot, which I think is the smart decision. Porter Falk going to get the handoff on the speed sweep. He's got some blockers in front of him, and he's going to push through. Ran over his own blocker and finally tackled around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was, I think, Luke White who got run over.
Poor Luke was just trying to lead block for Falk and got a shoulder in the back for his trouble.
Now, Falk looked pretty explosive right there. He did a good job of setting up his blocks.
If he gets the lane, he can go. 1st and 10 from the 47 following the big run by Falk.
Right, and right now, Piedmont having trouble finding the football.
Yep. Going to give it to Walker Young off the corner. Now he's got some blocking, and he fumbled the football.
Falk got it back.
Yep, I think Porter Falk fell on it. And, man, the second fumble for this Westfield team, and luckily they get this one back after the gain of 5.
I'll tell you what, Walker Young, he had a opportunity there to bust a big one if he gets through that arm tackle that brought him down.
Yep. Walker, not the biggest guy, though. Breaking tackles is not his specialty. He's a speed guy. Say it's gain of 4. They're going to take Walker out and give him a little hand around the shoulder. Say, hey, kid, don't do that again.
And they got Sam Johnson coming in there at the wingback position.
Going to give it to Falk on the counter play. He's going to break a tackle and fall forward, and he'll be tackled just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd down and less than a yard.
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Fowler here, I probably keep it in Gavin Vining's hand. And
or they may have a first down. Nope, they're going to move that ball back.
Right.
So it'll be 3rd down and short.
I think I'm going quarterback sneak here. And then if you get stuffed, then I'm probably going for it again. But
yeah,
I would.
The way Westfield is winning the line of scrimmage right now,
right,
which is interesting because Piedmont does have a size advantage.
Yeah, but Piedmont,
bigger kids,
most of those guys are playing every down. So right now you've also got an advantage of stamina here.
Quarterback sneak, you called it, and he's got it, and then a little bit more. Great job there by the Westfield offense, getting the first down and more on the QB sneak. 1st and 10 from the 38.
Right. So we're under a minute here to play in the first quarter. Westfield trails 8-7, but they're driving yet again. The offense has not been stopped. Defense has played very well. Just that's the difference. What turnovers can do.
There's a fumble is the one difference in the game right now. And Westfield looks to be answering. Give to Sam Johnson on a counter play, and he's got a hold.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes for the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the
came in. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, that's going to be way after the play, isn't it, Brant?
Yeah, looked like it was thrown right as he was. Okay, we're back on camera. Good.
We're back on camera and audio. Should be.
Good, good, good.
Not sure. I think some neurons or something got mixed up. Who knows?
I don't know what the call was there. I didn't see the official.
I think it was a block in the back.
Yeah, might have been. Coach Fitz unhappy with it.
Oh, a legal blindside block.
Yeah. It'll be second down and 6. First down and 6.
All right, so Westfield's got 2. This is second. No. It's first down and
6 following the block in the back penalty. Because that previous run went for a first down. So
it's a spot foul.
Counter play. Open field for Walker Young. And finally met by the secondary right around the 30-yard line. He would get dragged down at the 25. First and 10 for the Hornets. Westfield is having their way with these counter plays right now.
Well, like I said, and when we started the game,
excuse me, that wasn't Walker Young, that was Noah Blackman.
When we started the game, Brent, the establishing the inside run early in the game, that's what's allowing all of this to be so fruitful for Westfield here in the run game.
So Noah Blackman busts off a big run and is first and 10 from the 26. Westfield with a chance to pull ahead by 2 scores here. Johnson in motion. Vining going to keep it right behind his fullback, and he's got one man to beat. Oh, dragged down right at the goal line. It'll be first and goal from maybe the 1.
I mean, Westfield's got to have close to 300 yards of total offense, probably just shy. But they have, as you said, dominated in the run game, Brant.
Yep. And I'm not taking any chances here. I'm going quarterback sneak with Vining again. You've had nothing but success with that play here. Let's see if they run it.
Yep, 2 hands on the ball. Let the old hog mollies just push you on in the end zone.
They've been having their way so far. This Piedmont team not used to getting pushed around like this. Like we said, they're 4-0, and none of their games have been close. But right now, Westfield just dominating that line. Quarterback sneak. They're going to give to Kalmbach up the middle. No, excuse me, Porter Falk.
No, that was Walker Young.
Walker Young. There it is.
On the jet sweep.
Yep. So Walker Young waltzes in on the jet sweep, and
you couldn't see it. I think you were blocked by blocked by the window right here, but great play right there. They allow Walker Young to finish off kind of what he started with the big run earlier. So great job right there. Vinings and also Porter Falk helping out on that drive as well. Like I said, Brant, I think the numbers are just for Westfield just starting to pay dividends because of the limited number of folks that they have going both ways.
Snap good, place good. Kick from Sam Johnson up, and it is through. Westfield leads 22-8 with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the half. Westfield having their way so far here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there. And he does a great job, and I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Westfield takes a 22-8 lead with about 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here in this first half. Really having their way so far offensively and defensively. All of Piedmont's yards coming on a couple of big plays, but this Westfield defense not letting them have much. Sam Johnson here to kick off from the 40-yard line. Let's see what he does this time. He will pooch kick it, be caught right at the 20. Now they're trying to get around to him. He's going to turn the corner and be tackled right around the 35-yard line. There's number 14, Tanner Locklear, on the return. And, man, you would think Westfield would be tired of kicking to him by now.
Right. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't gone back to the pooch kick, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. At this point, maybe they don't have the leg or don't have confidence in the directional kick because they've kicked a few out of bounds over the last couple of weeks, so trying to kick it deep.
That was close. That looked like more like a pooch kick than what Westfield has done in the past couple of weeks.
Looks like we got some confusion down on the field for Piedmont trying to get lined up.
Yep. Be a run up the middle and stacked up right past the line of scrimmage. Maybe got 1.5. Man, this Westfield team all of a sudden got really fun to watch, Brett.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're dynamic on offense in the run game. They have just enough passing to keep teams honest, and their defense is playing lights out for the most part. I mean, the only thing you could say is maybe the kickoffs haven't been the great, but the field goal kicking has been really good. The punting hadn't had to use that very much, but still hadn't been bad.
Play action pass. Westfield trying to get back there. Ball is in the air.
Oh, what a catch.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
One-handed.
Wow.
What a play.
Getting tired of calling this kid. Number 7, Luke Welch. Just a fantastic play by him. My goodness.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Wow.
One-handed catch.
One-handed, falling down, reaching across his body. Man, what a if you're a defensive coordinator, you can't even be mad at your defense for that.
Right, the coverage was good.
Pittman drops back to pass, almost gets sacked, and threw that one over the head of Welch, trying to go back to the well.
And that's the problem with this offense, though. It's kind of boom or bust. Feast or famine, whatever you want to say.
Yep.
You know, they either hit the long ball or they strike out. So,
it's not quite the air raid, but it's close, you know, and it's.
So is it sustainable to stay in the game now down? I mean, I guess you got to stick with it because you're down 2 scores to Westfield. Westfield gets the football coming back out. So if they get the football back here somehow without Piedmont scoring and they're able to put some more separation between the Cougars and the Hornets, could be all she wrote.
Going to send a man in motion, trying to set up a screen. Nothing doing. Now Pittman running for his life. He's going to turn the corner now. Jump pass. He's going to find
They got linemen all downfield.
They did. They did.
They had like 15 linemen downfield and no call.
I don't think they had 15, but they had more than one.
How do you miss that call? They set up a screen, release linemen downfield, and you don't call illegal. Wow.
Yeah. Luke Welch.
That is amazing.
Again on the reception. He just seems to find ways to get open. Yeah, absolutely. Way too many linemen downfield. That play shouldn't count, but it's going to. So 1st and 10 from the 17. Man. Wow. Yeah, like we said, trying to set up a screen, and it just wasn't there. Pittman had to run for his life. Handoff on the sweep. No, Pittman going to keep up the middle. He's going to get upended around the 10.
Yeah, that's
Brody
tough on a
McDaniel with
defense
the
right
tackle.
there. But Westfield's got to figure out a way to turn them away, maybe come up with a turnover. You know who they're going to probably go to.
Yeah, you gotta find someone who can cover number 7. Let everybody.
Piedmont better hurry.
Seems like Piedmont's offense is
they're down under
pretty
15.
much runs with Pittman and
right. So we're good. It was me.
All right, we're going to get everything back here.
It's
Brett's
back
working
already.
on it.
Clark Griswold's working on it.
Yeah. It's about time for that. It's about time for a Christmas vacation viewing.
It won't be long.
Yeah, a month or so, and I can watch it 7 times in
that in a Christmas
couple of weeks. I never got into A Christmas Story.
Get to watch Ralphie say fudge.
I know somebody who looks exactly like a grown-up Ralphie from Christmas Story. He's a guy I haven't talked to in a long time, but we knew each other growing up, or not growing up. He was a little bit older than me. Anyway, Pittman drops back, empty backfield, and he's going to carry on the draw and just strung out. Westfield's D-line beat Piedmont's O-line. That was what happened. Pittman had nowhere to go, and Westfield stuffed him. So it'll be 3rd down after Cole Miller in on that tackle. He's having a heck of a game right now on both sides of the ball.
3rd down and 7 here in the second quarter.
We are at 6 minutes and 4 seconds, and that's continuing to fall. And we're going to have a timeout called by Westfield. So they will talk over this defensively. We will have more action when we come back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back. Piedmont getting set to run this 3rd down and 8 play. Going to motion the back out of the backfield. Pittman going to drop to throw, looking for 7, and he's got him. My goodness. Luke Welch is torching this Westfield defense right now.
Yeah, I think Walker Young went to knock the ball away, just couldn't get there, and Welch behind the defense. Yep. Touchdown.
Something to be said for just having that size advantage. Welch is a big kid.
Westfield's doing everything right, and they're in position to make plays. I mean, sometimes, like you said, can't coach height.
Mm-hmm. Can't coach being bad. How big would you say he is? 6'2", 6'3"?
Something like that.
He's a big kid. He's number 7. PAT on the way, and I think he missed it left. Nope.
Wow.
Looks like it's squeezed in.
It looked like he missed it left from this angle, too, but
we're not on the field, so
right.
There's now 15-22, Westfield leading. And they will get the ball here. They have 5 minutes and 55 seconds. I think they'd like to run that down to underneath a minute here.
Yeah, try to get a score, keep Piedmont from getting the football back. And like you said, like we talked about earlier, they were hoping to extend it to 3 scores by turning them away defensively. But they get the football, do the Hornets coming out at halftime. So an opportunity to extend the lead further when they come out of the break. So
yep.
So we're about to have the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. And right now Westfield on top, 22-15 with 5:55 to go here in the first half. Westfield has pretty much dominated the offensive line and the defensive line, to be honest with you, and they just struggled covering Welch.
Yep.
That's been pretty much the main playmaker for Piedmont. Take him away, and not sure they have a whole lot.
Yeah, the only reason that this game is close, honestly, right now is the offensive play of Welch and a couple of big runs by Pittman. So Vining deep to return alongside Noah Blackman and Walker Young. Vining being the deepest return man. This will be number 10, Landon Connor to kick off for the Cougars. And it looks like he's setting up for an onside. Maybe. Yep, he's going to squib it. Fair catch called for right at the 40-yard line and fielded.
That was Powers.
Yep, Ryan Powers, number 5. Somebody 1st and 10 from the 40. Good job by Powers. And it looks like we had a late flag thrown in.
What in the world?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was way after the play. Came in from way back somewhere. And the flag will be waved off. All right, inadvertent flag throw.
Maybe it fell out of a pocket.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
It does. So the flag waved off. 1st and 10 from the 40. Westfield with just under 6 minutes to work with. Walker Young in motion. He'll get it on the sweep. Being dragged out. Break one tackle, break another. Now he's just breaking tackles for fun. He's out across the 50 and will be tackled right around the 49-yard line. Walker Young, not known for his ability to break tackles, but broke 2 or 3 there.
Yeah, just for giggles.
For giggles.
He just wanted to add a little bit to his recruiting video, I guess.
Yeah. Young is fast. He is very, very fast. If he gets in the open field, there's not a whole lot of people who can catch him.
Yeah, good piece of running right there. Didn't need a whole lot of blocking on that play. He made his own blocking, I guess.
If you can do it yourself, do it yourself. 1st and 10 from the 49. Falk in motion. Vining hit set to throw here. Oh, that's pass interference. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Intended receiver was number 21, J.B. Bearden, and I guess the only argument there is that the pass was uncatchable.
Yeah, because he
got tackled from behind while the ball was in the air.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah, balls tend to look uncatchable when you get tripped.
Yeah, that was,
wow.
But then that stops the clock here. Ugh.
It was uncatchable, Coach. Yeah. No.
Vining going to keep it behind his running back, and he'll fall forward for a gain of 5. Say gain of 4.
That's annoying.
Number 1, Jackson Welch on the tackle. That's another Welch. Assuming he and Luke are related.
3rd down and 5. That's normally a good bet.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not.
Especially in these, in high school football and GISA especially.
Right. Got a lot of same family members going to the same schools, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Falk in motion. Vining going to carry it behind Kalmbach, and he's got a hole, and he's in a foot race. Dragged down from the 20. How many times have we said that? Just busting through that front 7 and being chased down in the secondary.
I would think that Vining has to have over 80 yards rushing so far in this game.
Oh, yeah. This entire Westfield Hornets offense is just balling right now. 4.5 minutes and the clock rolling here.
So right now you got to slow it down a little bit maybe. Take that play clock down as far as you can.
Yep, it doesn't look like they're going to worry about that yet. Walker Young in motion. Vining going to give it off to Falk on the counter. He's got a clear path, and he's going to rumble into the end zone. Touchdown Hornets. That was way too easy.
Yeah, right now, and I kind of figured this. I mean, Piedmont, they may start going to that onside kick because, honestly, I don't think trying to stop Westfield is going to get a whole lot better for them defensively.
No.
They have not found an answer, and they're getting more tired. And at this point, they're going to have to try to steal possessions.
Sam Johnson on to trying to make it a 14-point game.
Yeah, I mean, nobody touched him 8 yards down the field.
Yep. Those counter plays, Westfield has not had a counter play get blown up yet. Snap a little high. Good job getting it down by Brody McDaniel. Kick is up and good. 29-15, Westfield leads Piedmont. You're watching Hornet football here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Welcome back to the Hornets' Nest. Westfield getting set to kick off here after a big touchdown run from Porter Falk. Made it 29-15. Hornets leading. Sam Johnson set to kick off here. A little pooch kick will bounce at the 30 and get over the head of the returner and finally fallen on, or right at the 20. And I think Piedmont's going to have it. Good job getting back on top of it. Looked like number 14, Tanner Locklear.
Yeah, that was a tough one because it kind of skidded when it hit, and it got on him, got hot quick.
Yep, started knuckleballing in the air, and Locklear couldn't really read it, and it went over his head.
Right now, Westfield has got to try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
In the defensive backfield. Take
and cover Luke Welch.
Wherever you're lined up, maybe take a step and a half back.
Yep. Find number 7.
Ooh, they broke the huddle with too many men.
Yeah, they did. Yep, we're going to get a timeout called here. I think they saw it. Piedmont's going to take one. We'll stay here. Just over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, I believe they probably got fortunate there not to get an illegal participation or substitution infraction.
That flag's not thrown until the ball is snapped, though, right? I think the ball has to be snapped for that penalty to be called. I think you can use a timeout to buy your way out of it.
I know if you have too many players inside the hash mark when you break the huddle, it's normally a penalty. But yeah, I don't know when it's administered. And I think there's different applications between college and high school and pros. Honestly, they make up their own rules in the pros.
They make up their own rules in the pros. There's some truth to that.
I mean, pretty much in every sport other than maybe baseball, and they still kind of have their own unique rules as well, especially this year with the international tiebreaker rules. 4:05 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10.
I'm going to give it a reverse. Westfield out there, but can they make an open field tackle? Brody McDaniel chasing him down, and now he's finally knocked out of bounds. Excuse me, that was Noah Blackman in pursuit. Brody McDaniel ended up knocking him out.
If Kenny were here, he'd know exactly what word I'm wanting to use right now. Gimmicky.
Yeah, that's a gimmick play right there. That's a gadget, trick play, whatever you want to call it. But a big gain for Piedmont. That was, I believe, number 18, Bradley Greenwood on the carry. Everybody going to shift for Piedmont. And
the wide receiver out there, 15, false started.
Yep, and you know what? Piedmont may have gotten a break right there. It was a bad snap, and it went over Pittman's head. So number 18, that's Bradley Greenwood. He makes a great play and then gives up 5 yards on a false start.
Gimmicky. I love that word. Gimmicky. I used to say that all the time when Georgia Southern played Wofford. Wofford was always gimmicky. They always did something tricky. See, right now, like, why is Sam Johnson playing so close to the line of scrimmage? Unless he's going to jam that receiver.
You got he wasn't ready for the snap, and the ball is way back there. Pittman has to pick it up, and he's going to have to slide down, and he's down at the 10.
Wow. Yeah, that is not good for if you're Piedmont.
Nope. The entire offensive line moved at the snap. The line was ready, but none of the skill players did.
As you said, the previous play, that same thing happened.
Yep. So the loss is 23 yards. It's it's second down and a long way.
CM Country mile.
Yeah. 38. Second down and 38 is what the scoreboard says. So the clock right at about 2.5 minutes now.
Mr. Beelan needs a WL down there. Whole lot.
Yeah.
Second down and a whole lot.
Out route gains, maybe 5. So
33?
Third down and 33.
I can do math.
Number 15, Brody Anderson gets the catch.
Just north of 2 minutes on the clock to go here in the first half. 29-15 your score. The Hornets have, for all intents and purposes, dominated here tonight. Giving up a couple big plays defensively, though.
Yep. You had a turnover inside the 15 that led immediately to a touchdown, and Luke Welch has played a whale of a game to get the other one.
Flood.
Yeah, we're going to have a Welch catches it over the middle. He will get back to the original line of scrimmage and be tackled around the 45, but there's a flag back around the line of scrimmage. Feels like a hold. So we'll see.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning on Westfield.
Wow. That makes it a little uncomfortable for that field judge on this side, though.
Yeah, it does.
Or back judge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, typically you see something like that when that line judge runs into a player or a coach.
Right.
So 28-yard gain for Welch, and now it'll be 4th down and 5. And if Westfield could stand tall here.
I was about to say, I would not go for it here if I were them.
Yeah.
This is kind of dangerous. I mean, this really could put things out of reach for Piedmont.
Yeah, they've got a lot of time to run off here. Over right at 15 seconds. Play action pass, running out.
Oh, that's the hit of the game.
Yep, that's the hit of the game right there. Oh, my goodness. Brady Greer just popped Pittman. Loss of 6. Oh, my goodness, that's a hit.
Yeah, now it's 1st down and 10 on the turnover on downs.
Oh, boy.
And that's...
Do you think that's going to get added to his huddle highlight film?
Goodness gracious, what a lick.
My goodness.
I mean, he just
chased him down from behind.
Tracked him like a predator right there.
Yeah.
And
so now Westfield's got just over a minute to go 40 yards. They'll give it on the corner to Young. He'll hop one man and be tackled at the 35.
Westfield only has one timeout, though.
Yep, so they got to go.
They got to keep their eye on that clock.
Clock now under a minute. We'll see how much they want. They may just be trying to work it into field goal range here and be satisfied with that. They got to move quickly.
Yeah, they got to move quicker than they're moving because they're under 50 seconds now on the clock. Ours is just a little bit off the game clock.
Vining going to drop back to pass. Going deep. Oh, my goodness. Caught right at the 3-yard line.
That Power?
I think that was Ryan Powers. Yep, caught it right at the 3-yard line.
What a
throw and what a catch.
I mean, just full body extension.
Yep.
What a great play.
Yep, and now they're going to take him off. Ryan Powers with a big gain. Gets it 1st and goal in the 3, and now your playbook's wide open. You got one timeout.
Yeah, you got to hold the timeout here.
Yep.
Because if you don't get in, you need to have something that'll stop the clock.
Yep.
Ooh.
Don't get too excited.
Whoop. That thing started sliding on me.
So now clock running under 30 seconds. Vining going to take the snap. Yep, I think so. Man in motion, going to give it to Young on the corner. He makes one man miss, tripped up, and now you got to call a timeout.
Why take the ball off the line of scrimmage there?
Yep, I'm thinking the same thing. 18.5 seconds as Westfield gets the timeout. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
I mean, I get it because they've had so much success with that play, but still you're thinking, man.
You've had more success with that quarterback sneak getting 2 yards.
Right. And now you've lost a couple.
Yeah,
well,
I think it's going to be 2nd down. I think it's the same line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 2 from the other side of the field. I'm calling quarterback sneak here. But
then if you may have to go to power.
Yep, if you don't get it. If you do not get it,
you've got to get everybody back on the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Spike it immediately. Everybody on the line, spike the ball.
Right.
Kick a field goal.
But
go in with a 17-point lead.
But if you go to power or to somebody, maybe J.B. Bearden on to the end zone in the air, and you don't get it, then you've got another play you can run because it's just 2nd down.
Yep.
So I think you've got to go pass, and you got to tell Vining, if it's not there, we got to throw it out of the back of the end zone.
Yep. 18 and a half seconds left. Let's see what they do. I'm still saying I just call a QB sneak and then get everybody on the line if you don't score, which you're probably going to.
Right.
With the success you've had. Or give it to Kalmbach. Give it. He's got it. Porter Falk, and he's in. Touchdown, Hornets.
And they
got
just
it around right in.
They just bypass all of our thought process.
Yeah. What do we know?
Of course, he's right. Though, that play, they have not stopped all night long.
Yep. And Porter Fox, your power back.
And honestly, Piedmont really has nobody to blame but themselves for going forward on 4th down with about a minute to go in the half. Instead of punting the ball away, now you've created a 3-score difference here. Great job of Westfield on that pass play. Power just laid out full extension.
Yep.
And a great pass from Vining.
Snap good, kick good, almost blocked. But the kick is up, and it is through the uprights, 36-15. Westfield leads with 14 and a half seconds here to go in the first half.
Yeah, we'll stay here. Right,
yep.
We'll stay here.
You got it. Same linear thinking.
Me and you are on the same page. We'll stay here for the remaining 14 seconds before the halftime show here.
Yep. Really, really good first half of football from Westfield.
Yeah, just a couple of plays defensively, and then obviously the fumble. But other than that, been pretty jam up. What are we doing? We taking pictures?
Yeah. Hold on. I have a buddy who used to go to Westfield. And,
gotcha. You want to know what's going on?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So Westfield on top by 21 here, 36-15 your score, and the Hornets will be kicking off with 14 seconds to go in the half. As you mentioned, Brent, both teams coming in undefeated. The Hornets 2-0 on the season. They had a couple weeks off due to coronavirus precaution, and the Piedmont Cougars 4-0 on the season. So matchup of two teams that who haven't lost very much this season. In fact, they haven't lost at all.
Yep. The combined 6-0. Little squibber on the ground will kick up and be caught at the 30, and he'll go down right there. That was number 45 with the recovery. That's Mason Tanner, the junior.
So kind of glad that the weather that we had earlier got out of here. But it's probably still making the ball skid a little bit in the kicking game.
Yeah, the field is wet, and you know what? Coach Chip Champion was right to get onto us earlier. This field still looks great.
Now you're just sucking up.
A little bit.
Now he's just trying to get back in the good graces.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sucking up to the boss. Looks like Hail Mary attempt here. Nope, he's going to just fall to the ground. He didn't kneel it. He just fell to the ground. Cal Langston and Pittman dap each other up, and both teams will head to the locker room. Westfield with a 36-15 lead over the Piedmont Cougars. We will come back with our halftime show in a few minutes right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary art, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri-High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri-High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield. At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary art, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri-High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri-High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I always like to stay inside the car. We can be loud and nobody tells us to be quiet.
That is a shoulder compliment.
Nobody's judging you for what you order. You can get one of everything if you want.
When you're in the truck, it's judgment free.
I always like to stay inside the car. We can be loud and nobody tells us to be quiet.
That is a shoulder compliment.
Nobody's judging you for what you order. You can get one of everything if you want.
When you're in the truck, it's judgment free.
I always like to stay inside the car.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
There's no such thing as a pretty eater.
You're a pretty messy eater.
I'm more of like a neat eater.
I work and eat in the car, so nobody can see that. Oh my God.
How you guys eating so slow? I'm almost done.
No, you have a giant mouth.
There's no such thing as a pretty eater.
You're a pretty messy eater.
I'm more of like a neat eater.
I work and eat in the car, so nobody can see that. Oh my God.
How you guys eating so slow? I'm almost done.
No, you have a giant mouth.
There's no such thing as a pretty eater.
You're a pretty messy eater.
I'm more of like a neat eater.
I work and eat in the car, so nobody can see that. Oh my God.
How you guys eating so slow? I'm almost done.
No, you have a giant mouth.
Cream is kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy. Spicy.
A little tang.
A crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just want dessert.
Give me some.
Very indulgent.
Now, this is delicious.
Shaky goodness.
And the nice crunch.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What about the tots? Tots are everything.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field, a successful outcome is...
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, They help you with some like problems that they'll give you like some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri-High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri-High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees, and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
On the field, a successful outcome is the
there. Going to try to receive the kickoff from number 10, Landon Connor. We'll see if he goes deep with it. He won't. It is a slow roller fielded right past the 50. Westfield has it. Great job falling on it and covering it up. I think that was number 52, Hudson McGee.
Yeah, just a good job of being aware. Obviously, you would have to think that the coaching staff made Westfield's front line there on the kick return team aware that they're going to go to that at some point, because if anybody who's been watching this game understands, they haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to stop Westfield other than Westfield shooting themselves in the foot.
Right. So start of the third quarter. Vining going to hand off to Kalmbach straight up the middle. He's got a big hole, breaking tackles, and he has the first down by a couple yards. And when you can do that with your fullback dive and a wing tee offense, you're going to have a lot of success.
Yeah, tough to stop if you can pick up 15 yards on first down from your fullback.
So 1st and 10 from the 37. Sam Johnson in motion. Vining going to keep it behind Kalmbach. He's going to jump over some people and get tripped up right past the 30. That's another first down, and Westfield's just gashing this defense right now.
Yeah, right now they're guessing, and they're guessing wrong. Because as you said, Westfield, gashing would be the appropriate word to use.
So 2 plays, 2 first down runs. Bishop Smallwood going to come in and relay the play. Smallwood in motion, quick screen out to Ryan Powers. He's going to break a tackle, get a block, and drag tacklers. He's down past the 5. Down at the 3-yard line would it be 1st and goal. A little screen pass. Haven't seen that yet from the Hornets.
Just a big body and good athlete. Hard to tackle. And right there, you see his athleticism pay off. Gets him inside the 5-yard line down to the 4. And it'll bring up 1st and goal from inside the 5. And Westfield, again, knocking on the door for the first time here in the second half, but for the 5th time in the game.
1st and goal from the 4. Westfield trying to put this game out of reach, or at least get close to it.
Right.
Handoff to Johnson. He's going to cut it up the middle. I think he's tackled just short.
Yeah, he picked up about 3, but kind of pinballed his way in between defenders there and wasn't quite able to get his momentum into the end zone, but still right down to the 1-yard line.
Yep, good job cutting it up right there. He could have gone outside and probably wouldn't have gotten as close as he did, but he made the choice to stick his foot in the ground and go forward.
So Walker Young going to bring in the play from the sidelines. Look for Westfield to probably start slowing things down on these future drives coming up. Right now they want to punch this one in to extend the lead even further.
2nd and goal from the 1. Going to give it to Porter Falk around the end, and he's going to walk in untouched. Touchdown Hornets. That'll push the lead out to 42-15.
What a great play call. I mean, just they have not stopped that play with Porter Falk all night long.
Nope. Pretty much every ball carrier in this Westfield offense is having a great game.
42
which means your offensive line is doing work.
Right, 42-15 right now. Hornets looking to tack on with Sam Johnson. This extra point attempt.
Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it is good. So 43-15, Westfield takes a big lead here to start the 3rd quarter. We will take a quick break and come back with the kickoff right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Westfield just took a 43-15 lead, and they are just dominating this game right now, Brett. Just having all the fun in the world out there on the offensive line.
Yeah, football is a really fun sport, and it's even more fun when you pretty much know when you go out there that you can dominate the line of scrimmage and pick up yardage at will. That really makes it fun. It really makes it enjoyable, especially for offensive linemen.
Oh, yeah.
They love them all, people. Tell you what to me, that, what's number 30? Brady Greer, that hit at the end of the first half, that really, to me, signifies or exemplifies this game.
Yep. Caught on the run at the 30 and bouncing it outside, being chased down. Powers, what a great job closing by Ryan Powers. Oh, my goodness, what a game he's having.
He just cut the angle.
Yep.
I mean,
Tanner Locklear on the return looked like he was going to bust out in the open, but chased down by Powers. He's having himself a whale of a game for a wide receiver in a wing tee.
Huge catch late part of the first half. Got him inside the 5-yard line. Huge screen pass out here. And then he caught that earlier first down on the first drive.
Yep.
And then that tackle right there, I mean, what can you say? He's having himself a whale of a game.
It's 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They have to answer here if they want to stay in this thing. Quick one out, and that'll be incomplete. Hit the ground going for Luke Welch. Who else?
That hit his hands and went right to the ground. He looks like he's getting up a little gimpy. Hopefully he's okay. I tell you what, he's been playing a lot of downs here tonight.
Yeah.
That boy's going to sleep well tonight.
Yep, and he looks like he's favoring his left leg a little bit.
Nice left-handed throw or something by James in here. I don't know what that was.
Dropping back to pass, thrown up and tipped away.
Great
Good
job
defense.
getting the hands in there, hand fighting, and the
combination of Brody McDaniel and Walker Young.
Brody McDaniel came over, but I think Walker Young ended up knocking the ball away. Brody McDaniel more or less got in the way of the receiver, so good job by both players there for Westfield helping each other out. It looked like Brody McDaniel had a beat on trying to pick it off, but couldn't get up high enough. He was tracking it almost like an outfielder would have fly ball.
Design rollout here being chased as Piedmont going to let it go and too far for Welch.
Right, and Coleman Williams makes that play. He forces the quick throw, early throw, and just out of the reach of Welch because he was open.
Yep.
But I think he forced Piedmont to throw the football before they wanted to, and Welch could not get his hands out, extended far enough to pick that up. So 4th down and 10, and it's kind of pick your poison here.
Yep.
If you punt it, you think, well, we hadn't stopped them. But if you go for it and you don't get it, then you give them the football on on the Piedmont 39-yard line. So what are you going to do? Don't look like they really know.
Yep, Westfield looks like they've got a man back, but they're still playing safe.
Yeah, and we're under 10 on the play clock.
Yeah, Westfield's more confused than Piedmont is, but Piedmont's just not going. Finally gets the punt off, and it looks like it's going to angle out of bounds, and it will.
That went in the stands.
That almost hit the yeah. That went into the visiting stands.
Right.
Not
that
a great
lady,
punt.
I think it's a lady in gray pants maybe, hit her in the foot.
So that's all of a 9-yard punt for Piedmont.
So maybe they should have just gone for it.
Maybe so.
9:07 to go here in the third.
Yeah, and if Westfield scores on this drive, I think it might be time to call off the Dogs.
Well, tell you what, this has been a long time coming for Westfield, so I'm sure they're wanting to relish, not necessarily from a Piedmont perspective, but just from being in this position to really put a score up there.
Vining going to keep it and be tackled after a gain of about 5. And I tell you what, Brett, it's not just this game, it's this season for Westfield. There's been an obvious culture shift in the Hornets locker room, and I think you have to attribute most of that to Rob Fitzpatrick.
Well,
he's doing a great job getting these boys ready to play football.
Right, that, and I think he's loosened up. Not to say that wasn't the case before, but obviously he sees, the talent that his coordinators have. He's allowed them to do their thing, if you will, and he's just been that guy that kind of ties it all together at the top. So, great job all the way around by this staff.
Hand off to Kalmbach up the middle. He's stacked up at the line, going to fall forward for a couple.
But I go back to what you talked about, last week at the end of the game, just the mentality shift, the physicality that Westfield has, and the obvious stamina and probably weight training. I mean, just the strength. So, I mean, when you have an identity, especially on offense, and it's a physical run identity, I mean, a lot of times your team takes on, that persona, if you will.
Toss here to Young, going to follow his block. Great job there using the block, and now he's in the open field. One man to beat, angling for the corner, and he has a touchdown. Walker Young, 41 yards on the toss sweep, cut it back, and it is 49-15 Hornets. Hitting the PAT.
Tell you what makes that play is the fact that Coach Fowler recognized Piedmont stacking the middle, trying to take away the dive and the quarterback keep. And off that, they see that inside, those guys committing inside, so they run the pitch play, which basically catches Piedmont with everybody inside, and then Walker Young cuts it back on the over pursuit, and he's to the house.
Yep, so PAT on for, this is number 19, new kicker here. It is up, and it is very good. That is number 19, Landon Waller.
I think he may be their long field goal specialist.
Yep. He's a senior, is Waller.
I think Landon is Mr. Mike Waller with Sonics. I think that's his son. I think he also plays soccer as well. So
that explains that.
Yeah, and Landon's brother was Reagan, who played on the state championship team a few years back as well. So got some good football genes in that Walker clan.
So Westfield has hung 50 on Piedmont. Man, the difference is night and day between the last couple of years and the last 3 games we've seen from the Hornets.
Right. I mean, it's all about mentality, I think. I mean, they just have there's something about this team and the mentality that they've taken on, the physicality that they play with.
Yeah, it's often an overused term, but like you say, physicality. Westfield has made their money beating people up front.
And that's the thing. I mean, you normally don't lose football games unless you just turn the football over a lot. If you are the better team up front, you normally win.
Yep. Waller set to handle the kickoff duties now. He's going to pooch it right at the 30-yard line, going to get it to Welch. He's going to try to hit the corner, and he'll be tripped up. No, still on his feet. Now he's finally brought to the ground.
Yeah,
around the 35.
Somebody hog-tied him around the 35-yard line.
Yep, and it looks like Ryan Powers may have twisted his ankle. He's going to stay on the field. Nope, now he's going to jog off. Looks to be okay.
Yeah, he may have just tweaked something.
Yep. Twisted it maybe, but not limping anymore. Handoff on the speed sweep. Westfield chasing it out. No, couldn't quite get there, but now forced out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. That was number 8, Coleman Williams, trying to make the tackle. Number 27, that is Michael Joseph on the carry for Piedmont. We're going to have a timeout here, but no, we have an injured Cougar on the field.
You want to take a break?
Yeah, we'll take a break here as they help out the wounded Cougar. Well, nope, never mind. He's getting back up. That's number 45, Mason Tanner. Maybe got his bell rung a little bit, but he's up and walking off the field now.
He may have gotten the breath knocked out of him.
Yep. We'll go ahead and we will take a break here as the teams deliberate. We'll come right back here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' nest. Piedmont getting set for this 2nd down and 4 play. Bring a man in motion, hand it to him on the speed sweep. Westfield trying to string it out. And tripped up in the backfield. Is that Powers?
I think.
5. Yeah, yep, that's Ryan Powers. Really making a name for himself from that linebacker spot. You know, this is kind of surprising to me because, like I said earlier, I did some research on Piedmont earlier today, and they were 4-0 coming into this game, and like I said, none of their games have been close.
Well, I mean,
they've run into this Hornet buzzsaw.
Right. That offense, as far as the spread that they run, can really amass points in a hurry if you are able to get up. Maybe a different type start in this game would have helped them. But, honestly, Westfield, like I said, has dominated the line of scrimmage, and then Piedmont got behind. Haven't been able to keep up.
Throw here from Pittman, hit completed, but hit from behind. It looks like he'll have the first down on that 4th down play.
And to me, when you struggle to run the football, that's difficult because you put in a lot of pressure on a passing offense. And even for high school kids that are highly proficient in passing offense, you're still talking about high school kids. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's not as predictable and not as you can't lean on it as much as you can a strong, solid run game. That's just my opinion, but, see it a lot of times. Teams that are physical run the football.
Yep. Drop back for Pittman. He's going to throw it up and knocked away. Good job there on defense. That's number 22, Ben Lawson, I think, on the breakup. Or number 6. I don't know where I got that from. Bishop Smallwood. 26, Bishop Smallwood. Man, I need to get my glasses fixed one of these days.
You don't have glasses.
I do have glasses.
Well, you maybe need to start with wearing them.
Well, I was wearing them, and then they broke, and I just haven't gotten them fixed yet.
Gotcha. I understand your situation now. Yeah, so they beat, Memorial Day School, Robert Toombs. Those are two normally good programs.
2nd down and 10 here. Piedmont going to keep, and he's got the outside. Now he's looking for a cutback lane and tripped up at around the 30.
So got down to the 28.
Brody McDaniel.
Kenny has provided some input into the broadcast. He's calling it, he says, the boys are good. Fitz magic.
Yeah, there you go.
I would agree with that sentiment. It's the baseball waddle, I'm telling you. That's what it is, man. Gets out there, gets a hold of those officials.
It's an attitude thing for sure, and this Westfield team has adopted it. Setting up this flare pass, nothing there. Piedmont avoids the sack, steps up, and now he's going to run with it. Got the sideline and met at around the 15-yard line. Pretty solid hit. And they're going to say he was down before he lost the ball.
Uh-oh.
And we have
a little extracurricular.
Got a fracas over there. That was a pretty solid hit that Piedmont laid, and a Westfield defender may have taken offense to it. Stands as a gain of 14 right now, pending whatever this call is.
It's a flag party. Yeah, this may be offsetting.
Dead ball, personal foul, one against each team.
Right.
So offsetting, it'll be 1st and 10.
Should have just not wasted our time and kept the flag in your pocket.
Well, you got to call something. Can't let them get away with stuff like that.
Well, in college, yeah, you do, because it counts against, if they get 2, they're out. I don't know what the rule is in high school, if that's the same deal or what.
Piedmont dropping back, pretty much throwing on every down. Now steps up, and he's going to get sacked.
He's lucky he held on to the football. Cal Langston had a hold of it.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Man, there's a coach on the field now, and everybody, man, that is not good. That's not what you want to see. We'll call that a frustration penalty.
I love listening to the fans.
Yeah.
Get him off the field. 45's a bum. Oh, no, they didn't say that, but oh, it's hilarious.
Man, that is, you don't like seeing that.
No.
And it's not, the Westfield player didn't do anything wrong, honestly. He didn't retaliate or anything. But, man, they're going to mark this ball way back on the personal foul. I didn't see who it was on, but you said 45.
I think 45. And then somehow 16 had his helmet off. I don't know what happened there.
Well, if you wanted any excitement in a 35-point game, we may have it here.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and back to that WL for Mr. Beelan. Whole lot.
Yeah, 2nd down and 36 according to the scoreboard.
We'll go with that.
Yep. And Westfield's going to take a timeout here and maybe help settle things off. Don't want to get anybody tossed in a game like this.
Right.
So we'll take a timeout with them. We'll come right back here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field, a
Now, second down and 36, and everybody trying to avoid a little more, any more excitement. Throw deep, looks like it's going to be overthrown. So, pass incomplete. It'll be third down and a very, very long way for Piedmont. Pass intended for number 18, Bradley Greenwood. We are still in the third quarter here, just under 5 minutes to go. Third down and a lot. Pittman has thrown just about every play on this drive, and we're going to have another timeout called, this one by Piedmont. We'll take it with them. We'll come back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great...
Welcome back here to the Hornets' nest. Pittman on third and forever, scrambling out to his left, going to throw, caught, and out of bounds. I think that's Welch over there, caught it at the 25, and it'll be fourth down and 20. Luke Welch, man, he's really good. He is a very, very good receiver. I think they line him up at tight end most of the time, but we'll just call him a receiver because that's what he's good at.
Well, a good job of keeping his feet in bounds right there.
Yep.
It's hard to see from here, but it looked like he got both twinkle toes in there. So he tapped around the sideline over there.
And not an easy throw by Pittman either, rolling out to his left and having to throw right in front of him.
Right. Well, he's right-handed, rolling to your left's normally harder.
Yep.
You got to square those shoulders. And
pass play here, almost sacked, way deep and incomplete. Walker Young ended up letting it go. He could have had an easy pick.
Good decision,
yeah,
though.
good decision because you gained probably 30 yards on letting that one drop.
Right. Instead, you down inside the 5-yard line.
Yep. Instead, it's first and 10 from the 27.
Yeah. So a net gain of about 24 compared to where he would have caught it.
Yep. And, you know, stat sheet's great, but
I think it's more of a risk-reward right there. You catch it, you're inside the 5. Now you put your offense in a situation where you could turn it over or get a safety. So 27-yard line sounds a lot better to me.
Yep. And Gavin Vining is done for the night. They're going to take his helmet and put in number 16. This is Bryant Greer.
Yeah, I saw him warming up on the sideline. He's a good-looking athlete, too.
Yep.
He's got a pretty good arm. Probably a better arm, at least from what I saw, on the sideline than Vining.
Yep. But just not what this offense needs. He's going to give it up the middle.
Well, you're not going to run. You're not going to see that arm anyways right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're up 35 in the latter part of the third quarter.
Sam Johnson, I think, was...
If you're Coach Fowler and Coach Fitz...
Was that Kalmbach who carried that?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it was. It looked smaller than Kalmbach, but...
I can't see the number. It may be Coleman Williams.
Yeah, I think that's number...
8? No, 6? I don't know.
Tough to see with those numbers on the shoulder pads. Man in motion. And I don't know where that ball went, but it looks like they gave off to the fullback again.
Number 4.
That's number 4, Brooks Barber. Sophomore back up to Kalmbach, I assume.
Right.
Westfield starting to,
but
like I said earlier, they scored. They're up by 35 with not much time left. They're calling off the dogs.
Yeah, if you're Coach Fowler and Fitz, you want to see Greer running the offense, being efficient and handing it off, and also seeing him protect the ball when he's running. Because if, say, for instance, somebody gets hurt and he's got to play later on in the year, you'd like to be able to know, have him know how to run things, especially from a wing T perspective.
Brody McDaniel sent in motion. Greer going to keep it, and he's not going to get anywhere. It's going to be 4th down and maybe 2. Or more than that, 4th down and 4. And we're going to see the Westfield punt unit for the first time tonight.
First time punt.
That's always a good feeling when you don't have to punt until there's about 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. And we have an injured Cougar out there. We'll take a quick timeout here. Hope that young man's okay. You're watching Hornet football here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Quick injury timeout, nothing major it looks like. So 4th down and 4. Westfield going to send on number 62, Cole Miller, to punt this ball. First time tonight he's gotten any action punting. Low snap, he fields it well, gets it off, and pretty good punt here. And that's going to take a good Westfield roll. It's going to bounce. No, that's fine. It's going to take a good roll, and it's going to be down right at the 31-yard line. So a decent punt from Miller.
It looked like it was coming back.
Yeah.
But hopefully that Piedmont player is okay. It looked like he had the universal stretch for a cramp out there.
Yep. And the Westfield defense set to take over here. And
2:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter. I'm not sure. I know they're up 35. It may be a running clock in the 4th quarter.
Yep. Chris Pittman back out there with his offense. They're going to run the ball up the middle and not going to go anywhere. Cal Langston, the first to grab a hold of him. That's number 22, Joe Clark, on the carry. Like I said, Cal Langston, the first one there, but there was a host of Hornets around.
It'll be 2nd and 12. Hudson McGee, the sophomore, going to replace, I think that was either Luke, that might have been Seth Andrews or Cole Miller that came out.
Pittman scrambling around, running for his life, and he's going to get sacked again. 3rd sack of the night for this Hornet defense.
And that was
number 52. That's Hudson McGee.
Yeah, that was Hudson McGee who just came on.
So fresh legs for the Hornets defense. These youngsters getting out here and playing well.
I mean, he literally just came into the game. Now Andrew Fowler coming back in for looks like JB Bearden. That's one thing I've noticed that Coach Kinsler does a lot of. He rotates those defensive linemen in and out. And like you said, Brent, I mean, it pays dividends because you got fresh legs out on the field. You're seeing it. I mean, guy comes on the field for the first time, gets a sack.
Dropping back to pass under pressure. Going to throw it out here. Caught and dropped. Incomplete. Good pass and good sportsmanship there from the senior Walker Young. Picking up the intended receiver. That was number 15, Brody Anderson.
And got a Hornet down with a cramp, it looks like.
Yep, and Porter Falk stretching him out.
Joe running up.
He's going to take over the stretch.
Yeah. They both have black pants, both teams, so I can't see his jersey, but I believe that's a Hornet.
Yeah, shouldn't take long here. Now they're helping him up. I think.
Is that Brody McDaniel?
I can't tell who that is.
No, it's Sam Johnson.
Yep, number 14. Kicker's got a leg cramp. You never like that.
Nope. But it's his left leg, not his right, so that's okay.
That just means it's his plant leg.
Right. Close game.
Yeah, close game. Coach Champion just announced on the loudspeaker, Georgia Tech and Louisville, 26-27 Cardinals.
What's that, for sixth place in the ACC?
Yeah. Oh, to play in the ACC. Or in the SEC East. No one wants to hear about that. Punt gets off, almost blocked, but it's going to take a Hornet bounce and be fielded right at the 50-yard line by Jackson Welch.
Hey, the East may be better than the West this year, depending on how good Florida is. I mean, you got Florida,
You
Tennessee,
got Florida and Georgia. You got Florida and Georgia. You don't have Tennessee. Tennessee's not there yet. They're getting there, but they're not there yet.
Well, LSU's down.
LSU's down. Auburn,
I don't know.
Auburn does what Auburn does. So, you know.
A&M is A&M.
A&M's going to A&M.
Mississippi State.
Who knows? Who knows?
They laid an egg last week, so.
It's going to be, you know, I think Alabama is clearly the best team in the West, and it pains me to say that, but I'm used to it by now.
Yeah, you don't ever know, though. I mean,
Auburn could sneak up. You know, Auburn could have just had a really bad game, and they'll improve. They've done that before.
It's weird to play Georgia that early in the year, too, for Auburn.
Yeah. And that's Brody McDaniel getting the outside handoff. Now he's got a clear lane, trying to split the safeties, and he will score. Touchdown Hornets, Noah Blackman on the long carry around left end. 56-15 Hornets. That was a 50-yard scamper exactly. Noah Blackman, great run.
Yeah, there was no one outside.
Yeah, there was nobody there.
Good blocking up front, enough to get him to the outside, and then the alley just opened like the Red Sea.
There was a wide receiver. I couldn't tell who it was, but just a great job holding on to his man long enough downfield to allow Blackman, again, man, to get down there. It was great work. Great work. Great work all around. Landon Waller on to attempt the PAT.
Goodness gracious.
And yeah, again, up and very good.
That kid.
He's got a leg, doesn't he?
He's kicking it past the scoreboard back there. Goodness gracious. So a complete team effort, I'd say, so far in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job all around from the Hornets.
I mean, this is going back to Kenny and I's first year calling games for Westfield for
when they were on that run of three straight state championships.
It was 2, but yeah, they should have won 3. But anyways, but yeah, it was.
I was in high school at that time.
Yeah, they were good, but this team's showing some of that same ability. They got some home run hitters tonight, at least.
Just being physical up front, beating the opposing team's line.
Right.
And just running the ball effectively.
We got the Swanson Restaurant kickoff coming up. I'd like to thank them for their sponsorship, as well as all of our other advertisers and sponsors. And knock on wood, for the most part, everything technologically has stayed going tonight. We've had a couple hiccups, but
you can't touch anything.
Right.
Other than that, we're fine.
I think what was happening was I leaned on. That's out of bounds.
Yep, that will go out of bounds, and I think they'll have it about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I leaned on the cable a couple times, so can't do that.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Not a good one.
Brett, good football is just fun to watch.
Right. When the team you're covering is good, it's much easier to call. Now, sometimes when the game gets out of hand like this, you got to search for material to talk about. But
yeah, well,
but you'd rather be on that side than the other side, where the team you're calling is on the receiving end of one of these types of games. That happens sometimes too. But I mean, honestly, the best kind of games are those nail biters that go down to the end. But I'm sure that Coach Fitz likes these better than any of them.
Oh, yeah, for viewers like you and me, absolutely. But as a player and as a coach, you love wins like this. This is your favorite kind of football game, the ones that are really not interesting. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Swallowed in the backfield. Number 56, Carson Martin, got in the backfield, a sophomore. So more young guys getting playing time for the Hornets.
Those tight games that are big and important against really, really good teams are program-defining wins. These type wins are program-building wins,
Absolutely.
in my opinion.
Absolutely. Very well said.
Look at what you're getting in right now. You're getting a lot of youngsters who get some playing times under the lights on Friday night, and that is what gives you that experience and builds the depth. That'll be the last play of the third quarter, so what we'll do is we'll take a quick break, and we will come back with the start of the fourth quarter. You're watching Westfield Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college. They help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. 12 minutes left to go in this one. Westfield leading by a big margin, and Piedmont staring down a 2nd down and 12 here. Westfield doing their best to rotate in some of the younger guys, and we're going to have a stoppage of some kind. Westfield's going to take a timeout. They're going to keep everybody out there except for one. Well, they're not going to take a timeout. They whistled for a timeout.
No, I think they're
going to get Powers.
I think they're going to get charged for a timeout. Now, whether or not they actually utilize it is going to be another.
Yep, they did. As Piedmont's huddling up, except for one player, and the Westfield defense is staying out there. Now that other one player is going to go.
I think they just had too many players on the field.
Yep, they took off Ryan Powers, and just a little communication issue. Trying to rotate in a lot of young guys right now, so some people are bound to get lost in the shuffle. Westfield's got a lot of bright green jerseys out there right now.
Was just trying to figure out what Coach Fitz, he was waving at somebody either in the crowd or up here. 2nd down and 12.
Pittman, quick pass out to the right side, knocked out of bounds after a gain of 4 or 5. Some more young blood. Trey Hardy and Jackson Slade going to come on and get some playing time.
Just trying to run that little stand-up screen out there on the wide side. He picked up about 4 yards. Good blocking on the outside, but Westfield does a good job of shucking defenders and shucking blockers and getting upfield, making a tackle.
Westfield playing really off the line now. Same play to the other side.
Good tackle.
Wrapped up. Yep, good tackle. He lost the ball. They're going to say he was down on the ground. That's number 4, Brooks Barber, coming over and making the play.
Well, regardless, good defensive play right there.
Yep, it looked like it came loose as he was hitting the ground. So
I'm starting to realize, though, if you look at how many plays get reviewed where they think, more often than not, they do fumble the football when it comes out. I mean, more often than not, when it looks close, they've actually fumbled the football before they hit the ground. Who knows on that one? That one's just
and
the high school level, you're asking way too much.
Neither side's really
Right, complaining about it.
Yep.
Let's just run the clock is what both teams are saying.
Yep.
Good play.
Yep.
Nice
Good
flow
play.
pattern.
Pittman gets it to Welch on that high-low.
Somebody helmeted to helmet. I think 2 Westfield defenders hit each other.
Yep. Welch getting up a little slow, but he's walking back to the huddle now. Seems fine. Nope, going to take him off.
Looks like we may have an RC here in the fourth quarter. Running clock, baby.
RC.
Yeah, because
this has been a slow-moving game because, Westfield's been scoring so quickly, and Piedmont's had to throw the ball around a lot. So Charlie Fresco credited with the tackle on that.
That is an amazing name.
Charlie Briscoe, excuse me. Ooh, met right at the line of scrimmage. I don't know who that was. That's Brooks Barber.
What a great
really
name.
Sticking his nose in there.
Charlie Briscoe.
Yeah.
That sounds like it should be like a
pretty good.
movie.
Hey, listen, it's
like
not
Dewey
it's
Cox or something.
It's not quite Billy Jack Gregory.
That's a great name too. And I saw him down there.
Good.
He's got one of those compresses or wraps around his hamstring. I know that somebody was saying that he had some issues with his hamstring. So there's another added depth to when he gets back, if he's going to be able to get back for that Westfield backfield. I'm going to stop and go. Got him.
Yep, stop and go wide open down that far sideline. Jukes the safety and touchdown Piedmont. Good play call, good, well run, and this young defense, now they know what that looks like. Number two, Ryan Holder with the touchdown. And you know what? That's okay. Because that touchdown means absolutely nothing. And now those young guys know what a stop and go looks like.
Right. I don't know, now thinking back, I don't think it was a stop and go. I think what it was a stop route with a pump fake to the stop route and a go route on the outside. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So it wasn't the same
route.
Receiver running a stop and go, but it was So when the pump fake happened, that safety or that defender bit up and nobody was over top to help.
And we're going to have some kind of foul here. The
Probably
try
hitting the
is
center.
Try is good, and I think you're right. They clogged up the middle of that line pretty good.
Yeah, I think they hit the snapper. Oh, holding. I'm not sure. Unless they say.
I think he did that and not that. But I think he did it like way up here. So I think it was a personal foul covering up the center. But yep. So that'll be another 15 on the kick. So Westfield leads 57-22. We'll stay here.
How do you make that? I thought it was personal foul was like that.
It's supposed to be.
Right.
Supposed to be down here. He made it up here. Why? It's an excellent
question. I
question.
just was trying to figure out, I started trying to make the signal myself, and I was trying to figure out how you would actually do it the correct way. Yeah.
Personal foul.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Oh, they're going to administer it.
Yep. On
This
the
should be
kickoff.
fun.
Yeah, kicking off from the plus 45. It's different.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Monday Night Football?
I don't know why that's in my head.
It's a great pregame song.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's not quite SEC on CBS, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Deep kickoff here, and
That's
that'll
a
go
dead
into
ball.
into the end zone. Can't return from the end zone in high school football. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Hornets.
Let me see if we can come up with an all-names team on Westfield's roster.
All right. I really like Gavin Vining. That's different.
Billy Jack Gregory.
Billy Jack Gregory.
Rhodes Ham. That's
Rhodes
a good
Ham
one.
is great. Jackson Slade. Caleb Nowasik.
No, that's way too many syllables.
It's a W. It's an N followed by a W, so I'm going to go with it. I like that a lot.
All right, back to action. Ooh. trucking somebody. That was number 12 right there, Rhodes Ham.
Speak of the devil.
What a great name.
Freshman quarterback, defensive
Porter
back.
Falk's pretty solid, too.
Yeah, Porter Falk's a good name.
But
Bishop
I
Smallwood.
think as we're talking, the two best are Charlie Briscoe and Billy Jack Gregory. I mean, you don't get much.
Those are
better.
both pretty great, huh?
Those are great names. My son's name is Bristow because that's a family name, and so I'm kind of fond of the Briscoe name.
Handoff up the middle, and that's
Brooks
Barber. The backup fullback, and he's
bringing the wood.
Yeah, really laying the lumber right now. Going to get an offensive lineman substitution. Bo Mickelson going to come in, another freshman.
That was Hacksaw Jim Duggan style right there.
Ben Lawson going to come in. That's to borrow a phrase from a friend of mine, there's a lot of stretch and polyester out there on that field right now.
Right. Charlie Briscoe. They need to get him the ball so I can just say his name again.
What is he, number 40?
40, yeah.
Yep. Man in motion, handoff up the middle. I believe this is Barber again.
I mean, Westfield just blocking him again.
Yep.
It looks like 73 for Piedmont is fired up. That's Carson Smith. Somebody having to push him back, keep him away.
Yeah, senior, and, you know, when you're in your last season as a football player, you never want to go down in a game like this, and it's easy for emotions to get stirred up. And you, for one, as a teammate, you have to be aware that some of your teammates may start doing that, and you have to be ready for
Piedmont's got a good one. Booker Holyfield.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great name, too.
Kept up the middle by the quarterback, Rhodes Ham. I'm a big fan of Tanner Locklear as a name.
Makes me think of Heather Locklear, the actress.
Eli Fricks. That's kind of different. Bo Cook. Bo spelled B-E-A-U.
Ridge Stroud. That's a good one, too. 34. It's a great name.
Ridge. Fullback dive up the middle again.
He gets kind of lost in there.
Yeah, Barber. He's not the biggest guy.
Right, but he
hides behind his line.
Right, he gets in there and just kind of, you can't find him to grab him.
Sticks his nose in there.
Like Jacquizz Rogers back in the day when he played for Oregon State and the Falcons.
Yep.
I remember watching him in college, and I was like, man, how can you ever find where he is behind those tree toppers?
Trey Mason did the same thing when he was at Auburn. Not saying that Barber is going to be Trey Mason or Jacquizz Rogers, but boy, if he is, that would be a boon for Westfield.
Trey Mason I always thought was a little thicker than Rogers. But, yeah.
He was.
That's one thing I think, for going back to the Auburn deal, that I think is really missing at Auburn. When y'all have been really good, like national championship level good, and even the Kerryon Johnson year, y'all dominated people in the run game.
Oh, absolutely.
Hadn't seen that
that's the biggest.
Since Kerryon Johnson.
Yep. That's the biggest problem is the offensive line. You know, and we don't want to talk too much about football that's not playing right now, but, you know, like you said, offensive line play has been the biggest issue for Westfield. And I want to shout out your boy, Charlie Briscoe there, blocking on the outside, got a pancake block. Wasn't anywhere near the play, but he absolutely just dominated on that play. Great job.
Dewey Cox. That's the level of name that is. That's awesome.
Dewey Cox. Going back to great names and Auburn players, Auburn's right tackle is named Brodarius Ham. It's a great name. It's a great offensive lineman name.
I get the Ham part.
Brodarius, are you kidding me?
I can't be too many syllables. It loses me. 17.
You can't handle
Harper
syllables?
Shelton.
Yeah, Harper Shelton, another young guy, sophomore.
We're trying to get as many of these names called as we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get them some love on air. 2nd and 6, we'll call it. You've got, I see my man Briscoe down there breaking the huddle. I think he's still got Barber in the backfield.
Yep, handoff around the right end.
Yep,
just about broke it. That's number 25, Trey Hardy, another freshman.
Good tackle right there. Didn't see who made the tackle. Got a hand in there. Pick up a 2 yard, bring up 3rd and 4.
Number 65, Randall Horton, going to come on now. Get him some offensive line play.
Number 22 for Westfield, Ben Lawson getting in the game. Number 12, Rhodes Ham at quarterback, as we mentioned earlier. Trying to see who else is in the backfield. Going to hand it to Barber up the middle, picks up the first down. Right now, Westfield just churning out the yards. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. They're just chugging along.
Yep, just chugging along. Like, yeah, great way to put it.
Number 15, Jackson Slade back in the ball game. Getting a play out to number 12, Rhodes Ham. Briscoe's in tight this time.
Yep. Now under 3 minutes to go here in this running clock. Handoff up the middle.
Coach Fowler just keeping it simple, handing off pretty much to Barber exclusively now.
Yep.
Number 50, is that 57 or
I think
53?
So. It's either, yeah.
Nathan Rivers in the game. Coming out will be...
Well, we don't have the 53, so I'm going to say it's 57.
Bo Mickelson, 74.
Gets a high five from his coach.
These youngsters, this is the payoff of working all week.
Yep.
Playing the C team.
Playing scout team.
You'd like to see Barber get paid off here on this drive for maybe break one here and score with only 2:15 to go.
Like we said before, a running clock in this game. Ooh, look at that. How about that from the freshman?
Right. Good job of keeping his balance.
He's a sophomore, but still.
Used his off arm to keep himself up. So picks up another first down. That's his 3rd first down of this drive.
Randall Horton going to come back in for Nathan Rivers.
So it'll bring up 1st down and 10 from the 18-yard line, 17-yard line. Just trying to take as much time as they can. Still got the play clock to contend with, so not sure what's going on here. Are we waiting for...
I think Westfield can kneel it out at this point so long as Piedmont doesn't take any timeouts.
Right. So you're under 10 seconds. They're going to have to hurry.
Yep.
They're going to get a delay game.
Yep. There it is. Took too long getting the play off. I'll back him up 5 yards, but again, minute 16 to go. Pretty sure you can just kneel it out from here.
This is when you go the fake clock play, throw it deep to the end zone, score, touchdown, baby.
Boy, that would make me very, very mad.
It would be an awesome play.
As the losing team, I would be very upset.
I mean, it would really be an excellent decision at this moment. Go full Spurrier.
I don't think they're going to do that. Going to take the knee there, and doesn't look like Piedmont's going to take a timeout.
No, 57-22, I think, is going to be your final. Westfield going to move to 3-0, and just a great all-around team effort. Got to say, defense didn't get as much help from the offense in the early going, but the offense just dominated the rest of the game, and the defense really played well. They did give up a few big plays, but other than that, Westfield, huge victory here tonight. One last play, kneel down.
Yep, let the clock get under 40. All right, now you got a shot. Go ahead and take it, son. There it is. There's your game. Rhodes Ham will kneel it out. We will move into our post-game show. Westfield the victor here, 57-22. Clock now under 22 seconds. Great game all around from Westfield. The offensive line played great, and that's evident in their rushing numbers. Everybody who touched the ball had success tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those games where at first you're thinking, if Westfield holds onto the football, they do everything that they need to do. You just saw it shaping up to where they were able to really dominate the line of scrimmage, especially in the early going on offense. I mean, that drive they had to start the game out was textbook, and then they did have a couple of moments in the first half that kind of had you scratching your head, allowed Piedmont to score and stay around in the game, but they really just turned it on towards the end of that first half. got that 3-score lead, and when that happened, it was pretty much all she wrote. Then they came out, scored a touchdown to start the second half, and, the route was on. So welcome into the Westfield Booster Club post-game show. Our play of the game, or player of the game, however you want to look at it, Sonic player of the game. I think our play of the game would probably be the big hit at the end of the first half.
Yeah, certainly the most memorable one.
And then, you could go so many different ways with the player of the game as far as Vining had such a good one. Vining had such a good game. Porter Falk, every time he touched the ball, it seemed like he was scoring a touchdown on that counter play.
Yep.
And then you also had Walker Young. I'm going to probably go Walker Young on it because of the big runs that he had.
Yep.
Cutting back across grain that one time and scoring from a long distance out. And then probably honorable mention will go Vining, Porter Falk, and then Ryan Power had a great game.